You are listening to Viewpoints from PlaceCloud. Cultural researchers tell stories of places from around the world. For the full multimedia experience and to support the creators you enjoy, visit placecloud.io.
If we walk about 5 minutes down Sloane Street from Knightsbridge, then one of the shops is Chanel. Now, this might not be where we'd expect to find a charity shop, but from 1964 to 1970, this was Christian Aid's first shop. This was, however, not quite the charity shop as we know it now. Shops selling donated second-hand goods were becoming increasingly common for charities up and down the country at this time, but this one was a little different. It was set up, to quote from one of their internal reports, as an outlet for products of developing countries. It was about finding a market for deserving producers of various products. Christian Aid sold, for example, a range of Kenyan crafts, including ponchos and dresses using traditional prints and patterns, but in distinctly Western fashionable styles, costing in today's money between about £20 and £55. Yet the fact that the shop was only here for 6 years and didn't relocate but closed at the end of that period gives an impression of a pretty unsuccessful venture. But is that fair? To some extent, the trading operation was bigger than the shop. While profits improved a little, it was successful in another sense. It introduced to the British public the idea of buying from Christian Aid. Initially, the shop ran both sales on site and by mail order, but the two split, separating out the potentially profitable trade from the expensive business of running a store in Belgravia. But an obvious aim was also to actually make money. Shops trade to make a profit. But for the first couple of years, the shop ran at a loss before it started to more or less break even. Having taken out a 7-year lease, the hope by the middle of that period was that it would end up paying for itself. Hardly a grand fundraising ambition. However, another purpose of the shop was publicity. And on this front, the shop was seen as having been more successful. Even those pushing to close the shop admitted that this kind of publicity would have cost them 4 figures from anywhere else. And in another way, the shop had a lasting legacy for the charity. It established the idea of Christian Aid having shops at all. This would prove a popular way for local branches to raise funds, especially in their Christian Aid Week each spring. Even if the second-hand fundraising shops they ran on a temporary basis were rather different from, and certainly less high-end, than this one.